Hello everybody, welcome back to the workshop. So in this video, I am going to be talking about the Flypress and what I've got done with it so far and what you guys can be expecting to see as far as video content wise around that Flypress. So without further ado, let me go ahead and flip you around and we'll talk about what I've come up with so far. So what I've come up with so far is I have made a key. That's number one. Didn't come with a key for my set screw in here to hold my dies together. I went ahead and made a key for it, and I had made this little flat die, if you will, for the Flypress. Now, one of the great things about this Sweeney and Blocksage, I misspoke in the last video about the Flypress. I called it a Blockside, but it's a Blocksage. Blame the Brits for the pronunciation of things, but anyways, so the one great thing about this is the fact that I have so much clearance of daylight between here, where the bottom of the die can go up to, and the bed of the Flypress. In fact, if I can whip that thing around there, take it all the way up, from the bottom of this ram down, obviously not when I got the die in here, I have a total of 14 inches of clearance, which is insane on one of these Flypresses. Now, I have talked, the guy I bought this from said it was right around a number 5 or number 6. I think it's probably closer to a number 6 according to the math I can figure out with the size of the screw and that whole sort of stuff. So again, this is like a 6-ton Flypress, and what's really awesome about having all this clearance underneath here is that, as you can see, I can use a full-grown anvil. This is like a 55-pound pro-grade anvil, a little cast iron anvil that you can buy online on eBay or Amazon or anything like that, and I can actually use that as my bottom die for forging stuff out, which is wicked cool. If I do not say so myself. I think it's pretty cool. One of the other things I can use the thing for is I can actually use Holland Anvil's SWEDGE block. I have found I can actually use any SWEDGE depression on this SWEDGE block underneath the Flypress now, because I've got so much clearance height, which is totally awesome, which is going to save a ton. And I do mean a ton of tooling time of me having to make perfect pairs of dies, right? So say if I wanted a 3/8 inch swedge and I need a 3/8 inch swedge, I would have to make them together, weld them all, get everything ready and lined up, make one for a bolster plate down below, make one to go in the ram, and then line everything up and be good to go. Here now, all I have to do is, if I want a 3/8 inch swedge, I've already got the bottom die. All I have to do is make the top die to match and use that, which is going to be so epic. That's going to really shortcut the amount of tools that I'll need to make for this thing. Of course, with something like this, there are literally going to be probably hundreds and hundreds of thousands of tools that I would need to make for this thing over the course of time, and who knows how many I'll actually get to making. But the first stage and the leg of the journey is done by making this flat die. That's the first die that you'll probably want to make first Flypress if you do end up buying a Flypress at some point in time. Flat die is pretty much imperative. That's the first thing you want to make. That way you can crush your soda cans. Anywho, so I've also done a video now at this point on doing the Flypress stand itself. This is working out okay for right now. It's kind of meh. I wish it was a little bit stronger, but I had to work with the materials I had on hand. I was trying to get this done before I headed out of town for a class and get this Flypress up on the stand. So again, it'll work for now. It's a little lightweight for my liking. I'd like that thing to be just a bit more heavy duty, but again, I worked with what I had on hand. Now, this plate here is 1/2 inch thick, so don't let that fool you. That's a 1/2 inch thick plate, and it's 2 foot square, so it should handle all the weight that's sitting on it, and it is so far. So there you have it. That is the Flypress as it sits in the shop. That's what I've got done so far. Let's talk real quick about some video content to expect around the Flypress. I'm not going to get into too super crazy of type content around the Flypress when it comes to tooling, but I will do some simple forging video some simple forging videos underneath it and make up some basic dies. What I mean by basic dies, that's kind of like your Fuller dies, you know, your obligatory bending die to take and bend stuff, you know, things like that. I might make one SWEDGE die for it just to showcase, you know, making one for the sake of making one. I'll probably do a video on a tool holder. I need to make a tool holder that'll actually hold the SWEDGE block in place, so this way it doesn't jitter or walk around on me. So I do need to make something like that, and then make a couple hold down tools to hold stuff. But I'm pretty sure anybody I've seen with fly presses, they have thousands of tools. They just got tools and buckets of tools that do all sorts of different things. So that's not really reasonable to do online, but I'll post and share as much as I can, you know, around that fly press, because I know people have got some interest. So if you do have some interest in the fly press and, you know, different tooling and forging things and some ideas for that, drop it down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I talked to a guy the other day, and he has been watching me so long that like I'm in his recommended all the time, and he hasn't even subscribed. He forgot that he never had subscribed. He just constantly watched our content. So please hit that like and that subscribe button. It really helps out the channel a great deal. And thank you to all the channel memberships that make this content possible. God bless each and every last one of you, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching.